Since 2014, our country has been plagued by divisive forces. TMC is in Meghalaya with the mission to empower the people, uphold the ethnic cultures and traditions, celebrate the sacred land. To oust the proxy BJP government from Meghalaya, be the change, support TMC by calling on 96877 96877.
Dr. Mukul Sangma noyalam kaliang persya hagas ngi sajany haba ajing keren haga jingalang penskam mikinam kitkam jongka Trinamool Kongres pentor umkra konstituensi ulat tertang eka sorkar MDA da kabaong baka deka sorkar kabala tulut nadong syadong neki paidbah ulang baka sorkar MDA kadeka sorkar kabala tu eka hok jongki samlah kaliang kapule putih kaliang kayo kami jam bat kiwi ulat tertang eru eka sorkar MDA kabahadu menta kampat syamla pelat jika result tiap kam pulit ulang baka sorkar barim kalawan ra eki skim kiba pynduh ki paidbah babun balang Hereka sorkar bamenta kelatu ulut bat penduru iki babun ki jingmyntoi namta jongki paidbah.
To collectively decide for the future, the destiny of our state, our people. That's why we have come here. In our given democracy, we as citizens, all of us have responsibility towards building the state and building the nation. We have been given the power, and along with the power, the responsibility. And that's why we want to exercise this power together. And that's why we come together. And we want to make a humble beginning as members of this political party, the All India Trinamool Congress, the AITC. We want to be involved in our commitment to build a state where we will have a secure future for our generation next, for our beloved children and grandchildren. And that's why we want to take the available space in given democracy and utilize it optimally by coming together and by collectively deciding to put our strength together in building the state and nation. Now, how do we build a state? How do we build a nation? In a given democracy, with every right to franchise that we have the responsibility to elect a new government every 5 years. And that government will decide the destiny of the state. Not just for 5 years, but 5 years and beyond. That's why what has happened in last 5 years, almost 5 years now, 2018 till today, whatever the government has done has its ramification on the present and the future. The present and the future is a culmination of the action or inaction, policy or lack of policy of the present incumbent government. You have seen governments after government in the preceding years. We also had the privilege to form government and had the privilege to be in the hand of affairs of governance and to serve our beloved people and be part of the story of building the state and building the nation. Today, if we look back from 2018 till today, what we see today is a government who, from the very beginning, messed up everything. You still see in Umalong, where we have the Silong City Bus Syndicate bus station, where the road is still blocked. There is a testimony of incompetence of the government and the insensitivity of the leaders who are in the present dispensation. They created the mess and they don't know how to resolve this mess. But in the process, the name and fame of the state has been defamed. The benchmark that we set in the preceding years have gone down the drain, and we are very sad to see. We are very sad to witness this. We have a government who have robbed the mothers of the opportunities that we created. We have a government who have robbed the single mothers of the benefit that we were passing on to the single mothers. We have a government and the leaders who have robbed the old, the infirm of the benefit that has been initiated by our government. We have a government who have robbed our children of the right kind of education, the right kind of environment for better quality education that we created over the decades. We have a government who have robbed our school children from the uniform that we started giving. We have a government who have robbed our children from the textbooks that we were giving. We have a government who have robbed the students from the kind of support that the government provided, be it the digital aid in learning or be it the different kinds of support that we give. We have a government which has robbed the entrepreneurs. We have a government which has dislocated the business of the businessmen. We built a state which could provide equal opportunities for all our beloved people across the state, irrespective of caste, creed, and community. But we have a government now who have been engaged in rampant discrimination and deprivation. All the entrepreneurs that has been built over the years, with the involvement, collective involvement of our people from all walks of life, have been robbed of their opportunities, have been robbed of the career path that they were climbing as entrepreneurs, as businessmen. I met hundreds of our entrepreneurs who slowly climbed up their path as entrepreneurs and as businessmen. Today they are deprived of all their businesses and enterprises, whether in the government sector or whether it is outside the government sector. A government who have messed up the health sector. We have a government who has messed up the very important innovative scheme that we initiated during our time, the Meghalaya Health Insurance Scheme, with which all our families used to be given the smart card. The smart card which could take care of the cost of treatment in government hospitals or in private hospitals. Today this government has messed up this whole system, whole scheme. Today, in spite of having the smart card, the patient party will still have to pay amounts which cannot be afforded by the patient parties, rich or poor. We have a government who have deprived our older children of pursuing their education, their higher education and technical education in our own state, compelling the parents to send their children outside the state because they diverted all the money that was available for establishment of technical institutions, engineering colleges, colleges of science and commerce that was initiated during our time. The money which has been sent from government of India has been diverted, and they have not been able to give the kind of account that is needed to ensure transparency and effective utilization of the public money. We have a government who has created a stone wall in availing the benefit of the medical colleges and to be able to study in these medical colleges. Hundreds of young men and women who have aspired to be doctors have been deprived because we have failed to complete the medical colleges in spite of having the money. The medical college in Shillong, the medical college in Tura. Why has the government not proceeded further and provided this opportunity. In respect of medical college, the state government has received 172 crores from Government of India. But till now, because they have derailed the whole momentum of implementation of this program, thereby depriving the state, they have paid only 60 crore, they have spent only 60 crores till date. This is reflection of their natural intent which comes in the style of functioning to mismanage the finances of the state.